One of the first things I learned about in construction was everything has to fit. And the way construction's moving is towards more prefab, more offsite construction. And the more things move in that direction, the more accuracy matters. One of the enablers for
That's
the
right.
advances in construction, particularly offsite robotic construction, is that accuracy. And you can't get it without Dusty. And so we're becoming integral to the workflow of all of these people who are assembling things offsite, bringing it onto site, and trying to fit these pieces of a puzzle together in a limited amount of space. And so accuracy is, I think, is becoming table stakes for automated construction and particularly
So
robotic construction.
So how do you fix that as a robotics? I mean, as a robotics founder. So one of the things that I actually am enamored with is when you overinvest in sensors and you
Mhm,
you almost pay too much and you pay. Let's
mhm,
say you design a platform where the sensors are overspec'd for what you're doing now, but it
mhm.
allows you to perhaps then load other tasks later. Sort of the slam
Yeah,
discussion in self-driving cars.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So one of the brilliant choices that my co-founder Phil made early on in Dusty's history was to use a laser tracker for positioning. A
Hmm.
laser tracker is immense overkill for our needs, but if you think about it, the specs of a laser tracker, it's accurate to within 15 microns. No one in construction even knows what a micron is, but it's tiny. Um, and so that choice has enabled us to bring a product to market that is much more accurate than anything else anyone has seen. And that is our differentiator and our moat. And that is part of that 10x improvement that I was talking about before. By building something that is so much visually better than anything that anyone has ever seen before, that is the only way we overcome the inertia in the industry and actually get this deployed at venture scale.
Love it. And one of the other things, and Mo, you have built hardware companies, so I'm really here I'm an informed observer, so feel free to jump in. But one of the things that I have learned from founders like you guys is when you actually overspec in the early days, and yes, you pay a little bit more, but etc.
Mhm.
It's obvious when you hear me say this, but it takes a little bit of early realization. You can load new applications on an installed base, recalling an
Mhm.
installed base and then specking them up again with hardware. Like nobody does that. Like who does it, right? So
Yeah,
overspecking allows you to do new applications later.
totally. In our second generation field printer, we actually have some sensors in there that we're not even using yet.
Hmm.
They're part of the hardware base, and as we develop more software, we can actually turn on new applications that don't require switching out that hardware base.
Wow,
Load the board. Load
that's
the board.
cool. I never knew
Yeah.
stuff like
I
that.
guess
Wow.
you need a roadmap, no? So you should not have like too much in it. But there's like a no, roadmap
Mhm.
cost curve somewhere, which makes sense
Yeah.
to have it, yeah. But also not cost of engineering. There's so much things which goes in it.